Hey, there we go. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to, whoops, that's not that one we're using. Come back to Omizu Paintz, dreaming from the inside. There's some stuff I want to try and get rid of here. Well, seems like, where is it? It's not really working. Stuff is working. Spray adhesive worked too good. All right, guys. Yep, so, okay, how are we doing this? Do we need to move it more over here into the. Hey, Alistair has been hotel. How are you? I subscribed and like. How are you, dinosaur? Roar? I'm good, thank you. Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Having a good day. Let me move this over here so I can get position. So I can actually see the chat better. I don't know if that's gonna help. Hey, it's Mr. Rat. Welcome. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us or me. Oh man. Hold on, guys. I gotta change out the earbud. Okay, I think that pink is gonna work. Just gonna have to leap two passes, if not three. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. It's warm in here. Thanks for the likes, guys. All right, all right, all right. So I got two more of these canvases red, ready to go for outlining. We did those yesterday. Got the stencils mounted on there, and then we got it sprayed out. Thank you guys for the four thumbs up. Hey, Kate, how you doing? You're doing well. Thank you for joining today. It's Tuesday evening. Almost didn't go stream tonight or today. Lay down after the wife and I ate and thought I would fall asleep, take a nap, and then maybe get up later and paint. Well, instead of falling asleep, I was sitting there, laying there, watching videos on YouTube. Hey, Mr. Don Lee. It doesn't look like you're using your glasses lens. No, I'm not. I'm actually looking over because I'd have to be at least a good 12 inches away for these glasses to actually work right. And when I get in too close, they don't work as well. So I just look over the edge and at this distance, my eyesight is perfect. So we just add in our pink line in it today. Man, this piece is fire. You haven't seen the other two. Did you stop in the last stream where I was spraying out the other two canvases? I got those two ready to outline. Those are five and number 5 and 6. This is no wait. This is number 4. So hopefully this pink works out well. It'll take like 2 or 3 passes to actually fill in solidly. I seen you started making more. Yeah. Got those two ready to go. My other painting with the characters also waiting on deck. So we'll see. Maybe I'll switch back and forth. It's nice to just keep going on one and completing it, taking it all the way through the end and then moving on, which is not how I always work or have worked in the past. Sometimes it's nice to have a bunch of them going at the same time. What I should do is have them out, kind of surrounding this area so people can kind of see it in the background. Get some more painting time in. I am top fans again. Kate, you're always top fan. Kate is always top fan. It's gonna take some passes. Few passes. Like this is already losing some of steam. There we go. Get it activated again. Oh yeah, that's coming out of there. Getting into my flow state. And falling asleep. Thanks, guys, for all the likes or the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the sub button and notification bell if you guys are interested in keeping up with what I'm doing. You know, you can come check up on old Uncle OP. Yeah, it's moving along nice and smoothly. Not bad. Not bad. We're almost at the end of I think the longest one of these lines is our friend, friend of the channel, Zarumpelstiltskin would say the Nazca lines, not NASCAR lines, the Nazca. Oh, oh my God, where's we just blew that. We just tapped that. Let me get rid of it real quick before it sets. I can't get it off of there. Actually, I could have used the. Hey, Sabrina Suburban Garden, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream today, the live stream. Say no premiere. This is actual IRL painting in real time. Unless there's a slight delay, then it's near real time. Miss Kitty, Kate says hello. She says hello, Kitty. Yeah, Kate's shouting out Dondrell. I know that you're here. Oh, you're painting as well? Nice. Dondrell's working on his pieces. If you guys aren't aware, our friend in Chad Dondrell Lee Artistry has a YouTube channel. He live streams at least once to multiple times a week. So go check him out. He does some very wonderful kind of abstract pieces. Go check out his channel. Yeah, he was on today. You guys didn't know he was live streaming earlier. Gee, almost what, 3 hours? You can also go check out Kate. She live streams once in a while. Kate's picking on Dondrell. It's almost like art club. Here's my live stream channel. Yeah, Nala Cat at Nala Cat Kate Prefer 1 2 3 4. How did you get 1 2 3 4, Kate? Did you pick that or did YouTube give you that? Hello, Kate. And we got cat hair all over this. You waited for Huz live stream again? Yeah. You might be waiting some time, Kate. Not sure when Huz will be going live. He must be busy. He must have some projects he's working on. Or he's just taking a break from the live streaming. He's out there in the streets taking photos. Man, he's already got a book of photos out there. He was I think he had a post on his channel. The hustle is strong in that one. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell from Huz. Why is Huz's name first in my stream? You gotta switch that around, Kate. Huz should be number 2 on that list. I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter. I'm just messing with you. We might want to change TP to Travis Prince. Because people think TP is like toilet paper. Hey, Dondrell, have you heard of this Johnny Depp artist something? Our friend Travis Prince he's on that. Um, he's asking for people to go vote for him. I went and did that. I've been voting for him daily. And every time I go to vote, he keeps getting bumped back like one position. So he's at like number 8 right now. Whatever that Johnny Depp artist thing is, I have no idea. I just heard about it because our friend Travis, fellow YouTuber and oil painter, portraitist, and lyricist, trying to get 25 grand. This is the first time I've ever heard of it, but yeah, I've been giving him my vote. Ain't signing up for nothing though. They also allow people to like buy votes through donations, which I don't know, that whole pay to play thing. I don't know how fair that is and how much do they take out of those donations? I just give them my free vote. Today was you can give them two free, but you get an extra vote. So it was two free votes. But you do kind of have to like I didn't have to create an account, but I had to use my Facebook to like verify who I was. Like, what does it even matter if you can pay to play? Only thing is, you can't pay, like, the artist can't pay buy votes. So it's not like they couldn't use their own money to buy votes for themselves. Which, geez, if you were making tons of money, you can buy all the votes you want. Get up in there, get that 25 grand. Me personally, I don't like doing that stuff. I've tried a few of those social media type things. I think one time Dick Blick did a pet portrait one. I don't think you had to pay to enter or anything. He just submitted, and then people had to vote. And I'm like, I submitted this oil painting that I did of my brother's dog. He had pit bull. I don't even know. I put it out on the social media. I don't think people were really voting. But if you have a social media presence and you can get all your followers to vote for you, you might be the lucky winner. Yeah, after that, I'm just like, I won't do any more of these. I don't care if it'll get you exposure. Like nobody really cares. Okay, where's I'm just curious of the people that do win, like who are these people? Ah, Mizu, here's a Mizu live stream now channel. Kate, I think if they came to my channel, they're already here. I don't think they would need to find me. But I still appreciate your helping out. Hey, Rubbernecker, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Man, I was really hoping Melody would use that title. But then I was like, she needs one with just all snakes. Snakes and planes. my my suggestions keep getting relegated to uh not really to the trash bin, but it might be a little too crass for Melody's taste. What was the other one? Balls to the wall. I think people get the wrong impression when they hear that because of maybe that what was it, Lil Jon song. Where's Dave? I'm not sure. Dave could be doing Dave things. My guess is Dave is working and can't really be in the chat. Like and subscribe, hit the bell for me music. There we go, Kate. Thank you. I think people get confused when they see that whole list of names. Like, who should I like and subscribe? Oh, I didn't even realize I was already on a the second line. So I did start digitally sketching up um, some lines for these two panels that I'm doing for my aunt and uncle. Since they kind of asked, I don't know who brought it up. I probably brought it up. I'm like, oh, they would pay me, I think, for paintings, and they gave me some sample materials that had various colors and stuff on it that they would like, and then whatever the subject matter would be up to me because I did these pieces on wood. I probably still have them. I don't know where they're at though. Either hiding somewhere here or at my mother-in-law's place in shoot in the old garage space, the um, gas station slash garage repair shop, which I could use as my studio. It's a really big space, and if I fully cleaned it out, set it up, man, it would be the perfect um, art studio. Put in some skylights to have some natural light come in. Boy, that would be really cool. Only problem is it's like a 20-25 minute drive one way. So when I was using it, my wife would call and be like, "I need you back home." And then I'd only been there like an hour or something like that, and then I would have to travel back, and it didn't seem very cost effective to be driving back and forth just for like an hour of studio time when I could have just did that like I do now. But it was a free space. Still is a free space. It's not being used other than for like now they got there's a guy in town there in their town. He owns a few of the buildings there, and him and his wife are like collectors, and that he's like does he was like fixing up the spaces, and I don't know, he had like plans to do stuff, but he had this old car. I'm not sure what it was, Studebaker or something like that, and it's being stored in our garage because my mother-in-law and uh, her roommate uh, let it's like letting him store his vehicle there. What does it say? Ordinary Alex Warren you listen to? I don't know who that is, Kate. Is that another YouTuber? Well, I'm doing pretty good, Kate. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for helping out in the chat. We don't have a whole lot of activity today. Thank you, Kate. Singer, are they on YouTube or is this just like somebody you can hear on the radio? I don't really listen to music much. Not like I used to. I used to paint. I used to have turntables, and I would uh, put some old records on. Usually some jazz, reissued jazz albums from like the '60s, like Thelonious Monk, Eric Dolphy. Um, oh, what's his name? Brown, not James Brown. He was a trumpist. I don't know if I had any Coltrane. I know I had some Coltrane, like on CD. Giant Steps. Love that album. Um, some Miles Davis stuff, like Gil Evans, Miles Davis. Kind of miss listening to that stuff. That was funny that I would listen to that stuff in my room. It was the first place I moved out into from my parents or my dad's. I was 23. Been like, oh yeah, I got my own place. Granted, had roommates, but yeah, that was a very fun time in my life. And I would just sit in my room. People thought I was strange because I wouldn't do nothing. Maybe go out skateboard here and there, but I would work and then come home, paint, draw, paint, listen to uh, my record collection. Thanks, guys, for all the likes. We got 9 already. Come on, man. You guys are way too kind. Thank you guys for chilling with me. Nice to think that other people are hanging out, maybe working on their art too, or just hanging out on their porch, watching, listening to things go by, enjoying their drink of choice. And maybe watch me lay down this line here. You ain't gonna see no happy accidental trees in this particular piece. It kind of brings me back to those times when things were a little bit less stressful, less anxiety ridden. Hey, random, welcome. Are you selling any of these? I'm busy remapping my house and need some real art for the walls. Oh, yeah. Eventually, yes. Right now, I'm just trying to get at least these six done, and we'll see. I was watching some other YouTube artists, and she has quite a following, but she would do videos. But the one that I caught, she was doing a live stream, and I guess she doesn't live stream that often, but she was live streaming because she was about to do an art drop um on her website. So she live streamed for a little while before the actual art drop, and then she stayed on for just 5 or 10 minutes afterwards. Not sure if she sold anything. She said the last time she did an art drop, everything sold, but it's like, did it all sell at that one time, or did it take some time? Kombucha. Some kombucha sounds nice. Wait, did somebody say they were drinking kombucha? Waiting on Rome Dog? I'm surprised Rome isn't already streaming. I didn't see I didn't see him going live earlier today. Maybe he's taking a break. Maybe Rome's taking a little break today. Whoops. Uh, that's not even the section I was trying to do. Yeah, random. If there's any of these pieces that you're interested in, just hit me up. I think my email is um, in there with all my links on my YouTube page, my YouTube profile page. I don't know what you would call that, your front page. Or if you want to commission me to do a special one, like you have a particular size, we can work something out. I'll even build the stretcher instead of buy these pre-made ones. Get a little disappointed in using these pre-made ones. Oh, it doesn't even have to be canvas either. It could be wood, like these. I built these. Built these ones. I'll show you. These are the ones I did for built for my aunt uncle. They're cradled. Whoops. You can see the wood. So it's like a 1/4 inch uh, plywood with birch veneer on the front and the back. And then I was using poplar. I gotta look into those materials to make sure they're like a little bit more archival, but I feel like they are. But this is one side. It's actually a double panel. I got the edges are taped off so that when I remove it, it's clean. But this is 15 by 38 and a half. I just measured it out today or last night so that I can uh, work on one of these line things. I think I'm going to add onto here, but this has many layers already of stuff: paint, spray paint, latex enamel, paint pen. You could see here, spray paint. But yeah, I built these. These are pretty sturdy. Used some Gorilla Glue to glue down the um, panel to the cradle or the frame, and use clamps to hold it down, so it's on there pretty good. Once I finish these and take the tape off, I'm gonna have to clean the edges, and I'm not sure if I will paint them or just spray them down with like some polyurethane or something. But I could do that, or I can do a canvas, or I can do it on paper. Paper would be probably the cheapest option. Cheapest option. Hey, Richards, welcome. Richards is lurking. Thank you for joining us, Richards. How you doing? Uh, yep, this one's number 4. And then I do have oops here. I do have the next two already sprayed out. I'll just need to make time to outline them. I got the blue one, this blue one, and then the yellow one. I don't know if you guys can see that. Blue and yellow. So I kept it. I kept the complementary color scheme since the red one had the green line. So yeah. But yep, those will get outlined. That'll be nice. And then I will probably look into either building some more stretchers for canvas, or I do have some canvases that I stretched a long time ago in the garage that I could possibly use. I would just like to keep them all uh, groupings kind of the same size. So this is a group of six, all the same size, 18 by 24. And God, I keep doing the wrong one. But who knows? Maybe I got some smaller canvases that I could probably do some smaller ones on. Try some different things. Thank you, Random. Try like some different size lines, or like how I paint the lines, what colors or materials I use. It reminds me, a friend of mine locally here is putting on a group show themed Masters of the Universe. And I think I have a piece already made that would fit that show that I haven't really shown um, anywhere. And the image is Shira. It's funny because I used to watch that stuff as a kid, like all the time, but I was never huge into it. I don't even know if my brother and I ever had any action figures. But the She-Ra one is a part of a small series of women in 80s, maybe 90s cartoon. And they were stills taken from the shows, and um, it's done on paper. Let's see, I have one from G.I. Joe. It's what's her name? G.I. Jane, or no, it was, I think it was Jane. And then one of Chitara from Thundercats. Miss Lynn Min May, Miss Lynn Min May, from Robotech, or in Japanese it was like Macross, the first season. Uh, and then of course Shira. Okay, hold on. Min May, Shira, Chitara, um, Jane. Was there another one? I think I had plans to do more, but I don't know why I stopped. That those were some I was doing, geez, years ago back in the garage. And then I think I started work on this big old canvas that's like 5 foot by 3 foot. That had the big boy character and Richie Rich. Um, had like Scrappy Doo, Underdog, and oh, what's his name? I always forget his name. He was the dog. Done, I think the same animation studio that did Rocky and Bullwinkle. Uh, but he was the really intelligent dog. And then what else did I have on there? Stuff, just random stuff that I kind of put together. Different Japanese uh, patterns. I also use those pattern stencils on the women of cartoons, or the women in cartoons. And I pulled a bunch of reference photos off of the internet for that. Hey, Jan, what's going on? Welcome. You said my own house isn't even archivable, so if the art goes down with the house in 30 years, that's probably fine. Hell yeah, there you go. I mean, art is meant to last as long as it lasts. I didn't realize these areas were so close to one another. There's like barely any space between these. Where's the link? Thanks, guys, for the likes. Ooh, my iPad's all mushy. It's got stuff on the screens. I really like the blue one. The yellow one is strange, but then the yellow one might be the best one out of all of them. Not sure. It's just different. He said, I have a bag of those Masters of the Universe figures that my cousin picked up when we were at a thrift store a few years back. He left them behind. I should post a pic to the old Discord. Yeah, if you find it, definitely. What would be cool would be to actually do paintings from the toys. I was more of a Transformers guy. We love the robots. We love those robots. Yeah, so I might be able to, if I can get that those pieces out, I'd have to figure out frame. Those are like 22 by 30 inches, so I'm not sure. There might be some poster frames that could be found that will fit those. Oh, sorry guys. I'm not even on camera. Don't call them dolls. They're action figures. Men don't play with dolls. They're freaking dolls. Man dolls. Figures. They're dolls. No, they're action figures. No, they are freaking dolls. They're both. Are you gonna call a Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy an action figure? Hell no. Pretty cute when you see guys playing with their dolls. Ugh. I didn't realize I put my hand in that one. I put my hand in this one too. Don't make fun of my dolls. I mean action figures. Yeah, like melody style master of the universe painting session. Oh yeah. There's if you go out there on the internet, you'll find people doing painting from life. They paint all kinds of stuff. People paint toys and knickknacks and all kinds of stuff like that. There was a woman that was part of is part of a group that um, is a part of the cream of the crop artists um, group, and she would paint horses like figures, miniature figurines of horses, either usually uh, like a cowboy or something. It'd be really well done oil paintings, just like Melody's stuff. I thought about painting like that, and then it just stays a thought. I know some people they have a hard time with pieces that are done from people's imagination because it's not rooted in anything except for that artist's mind. So it's hard for them to grasp. If the piece that's done can be related to something in the real world, then it makes a little bit more sense for them. Like these type of pieces, they wouldn't even take a second look at, glance at. You got more points on YouTube? Thank you, Kate. What do you mean more experience points? It's funny, I would friend of mine had a studio space way back when in the late 90s. He's my main artist buddy that I've known, artist friend that I've known the longest. And we still get together once in a while when I'm up in Minnesota. I'll go visit him. He's the one that always gives me some, he always gives me some little thing. He's like, hey, he's always giving away artwork, um, which I can respect, but also I'm like, dude, you know, you could probably sell some of this stuff. I think he's like me. He's like, if nobody's actually asking, then they don't want it. Because we're both kind of similar in that way. Like we're not trying to really push our art out there. Like you know, you think artists should be doing, but he had a studio space in St. Paul, and it was like at least 1,000 square feet, if not 1,500. I think it was 1,000 though. And it had very high ceilings because he built a loft. He had a small room in it that had a sink, like one of those basement deep well plastic sinks. And in the building, it was a shared bathroom, with stalls and stuff like that, but no shower because you weren't supposed to live in the building, even though there were people that had studios that they were living out of. And then that all came crashing down when my friend's kind of girlfriend, or the girl that he was seeing, who was an artist also, barbecued in her studio. And then there was like a small fire, or the fire department was called. And they got there and there was like nobody in the studio space. So then the fire department came down on them. But anyways, yeah, he would invite me over to work in the space, and I would spend most of the time cleaning out a little area for me to work because that place would be trashed with all his projects and stuff just strewn all over the place. There'd be like wood, sawdust, metal shavings, random bits of paper, money, whatever, all over the floor, random materials, wood materials, plastic, metal. So I would spend a proportion of that time cleaning out a space in the studio to work. And one time, before it got super trashed, it was probably early on before he really went to town on it. Um, I had a bunch of Xerox pages with images that I had taken from various books and like laid all over the top of the copy screen surface, and also with random items, money and bits of paper type things with stuff printed on them, and scattered that across the surface, and then would make all these copied pages like on 11 by 17 sheets. And then I took all those and I laid them all across his studio floor, and I mixed up a bunch of different uh, oil colors so that they were kind of thin. So I used a lot of paint thinner. And then I proceeded to kind of just splash and coat all those sheets of paper with paint, like not completely, but kind of Jackson Pollock like, but not Jackson Pollock like. And then and then after it was all said and done, I'm like keep cleaning up to go home, but that was his home. So he had to sleep in this studio space that smelled like paint thinner for the night. I don't know how long it lasted because I can't remember when I hooked back up with him. Was probably when those pages were dry. Now, oil on paper is not very stable, but it'll dry a little quicker than on canvas, or at least the thinner in the oil would evaporate much more quickly. But yeah, it was afterward. I didn't even think about it until afterwards, and I'm like, oh, he's got to sleep here in this space with this smell. Yeah, I get that from like your piece is random because that's what it seems like your work is like, out of your imagination. And some people they distrust that type of art for some reason because they can't, I don't know, they can't, like I said, they can't make sense of what they're seeing. There's no there's no reference point that they can start from. They're just having to look at the work and kind of trust in the work that they see. But yeah, that was one time. But every, I think, twice a year, biannually, um, they would do like art crawl, or the building. It was a pretty big building in St. Paul. Would be a part of the art crawl throughout the city, and we would we would spend so much time cleaning up his space to create a little exhibition space. So about not quite 2/3 of the space would be dedicated to the show floor or showing area. And he had these corrugated metal pieces that were like, I don't know, 6 foot high and I don't know how many wide. So we built kind of a wall that separated one part of his studio from the other, and then we would just stick all his material and whatever else stuff that kind of cluttered the space or littered the space back behind the wall. And then we would uh, set up our work like together. We would just kind of intersperse one another's work amongst one another around the space, the show space. Then we had I think he had like a couch or something, some chairs that people could sit at, a little coffee table. I think he put out maybe some reading material, maybe some lamps or work lights for lighting. So it wasn't like his work on one side of the space and my work on another. It was all just kind of mixed together. And it was curious to watch people come through and either go straight to his work and ignore my work, or vice versa. And there was some people that would come through and they would enjoy it all, hang out. But yeah, it was interesting to watch those people, like, just like my work wasn't even there, or like his work didn't even exist in the space. because I had mostly paintings, and he had sculptures and like kind of almost relief kind of works, mixed media works that he would hang on the wall. But there was a lot of sculpture. We'd get a kick out of it. They would come through and they would look at the work, and then they would like nod and then go on their way to the next studio. Some people would hang out and chit chat. Usually it was people that we knew. Yeah, they shut that building down. What was it like in the early 2000? Was it 2000 or 2001? Because he was leaving to go teach English in Korea, I think it was. And a friend of his, or a friend of both of ours, but somebody that I met through him. I think he was also going. Uh, and I think he was teaching English. He may have taught English in Korea, and then uh, I think he moved to Japan and started teaching English there, and maybe going to school also. But my one friend he went twice because he came back to the States after a few years or something. And then we would hang out and stuff. And then, I don't know, a few years later, he decided to go back again. And then I think he went to school while he was actually, no, I don't know if he was teaching English that time. I think he was going to school, like for furniture or something like that. And then he ended up getting some commission work from people that owned a kind of a particular area or block, because they would kind of build these compounds, and he built these elaborate structures for like a coffee shop or coffee house. Did some handrails and stuff like that, some other things, random kind of metal works. And then eventually came back to the States. And he's been back ever since. His his I think his mom and his brother, maybe, or his mom, got him this condo, and it's basically like, I think they're like, or they got the condo and they're like letting him use it, and I think they just kind of like wrote it off. It's his space because he's kind of turned it into his studio again. So the it's kind of like the studio in St. Paul. There's like stuff strewn about all over the place because he'll get an idea and he'll just start working on it and working on it. And, you know, his artists do. They just produce and don't worry about the the, the effect. Hey, Electric Aura, welcome. Hope you're doing well. And Old School Dave is here. How's it going, Dave? Your friend Dobie went to China and brought back a wife. He eventually kicked him out and made him live in the garage. That's when he started garage arts. Wait, your friend he already got had garage arts? Dang, I can't use that name. Has he trademarked that or copyrighted it? You can call it Garage Arts Iowa Edition. My friend, he lived at with a bunch of people in a duplex, and he was doing his sculpture work in the garage there. It seemed like a fire trap. Yep, those were some fun times. He recently said he was going to change it apartment arts since he hasn't lived in a garage in a year. You're safe, but oh, okay. I will continue the legacy of garage arts by taking up the mantle, picking up the baton. I mean, I could call mine living room arts since I work out of my living room. Popping everywhere. Oh, yellow line. Yeah, it's making it pop. Did you notice that the secondary outer line is pink? It's not white, but it's a very light pink. So we'll see how that works. The color contrast is top tier. Thank you, Aquarius. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's starting to pop a little bit more. Um, I'll have to do another pass on this pink in areas, but I don't know what it is about the secondary line that really brings it all together. Because when you have the first initial thick line, it's like okay, but then you bring in the secondary line, and it just makes it kind of hum or vibrate a little bit more, resonate a little bit more. I don't know. It's Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Yes. Hold on, guys. I gotta go check the mail. There might be something important. We've been waiting for. I think my wife's been waiting for a card to show up in the mail. All right. Don't take my seat, cat. Don't be taking my seat, you. I'll just put it on the artwork. Yeah, the pink next to the grays and stuff really really makes the piece kind of stand out. All right, what do we got? Yeah. Oops, left it on the front step. Oh, you can't come in here. I'll be trying to hitch a ride. Right off. Okay, move guys. Nope. Get it. You can't come. You can't come out here. Get stuck on the front porch. Oh, my. And weird ass Stan. You weirdo Stan. Oh, there was a package on the step. You want me to open it? It's the fucking foam roll for the air conditioning unit. So yeah. Yeah, please. Yeah, please. What the fuck can you do? Okay. Scooping, the pooping, scooping, the pooping. Okay. Nope, that was just it. What's up, little Kiki? Oh, kitty. Come on. Yeah, you go. All right, oops. I was thinking math, cat. All right, guys. Where is Jeez, thought that was attached. Oops. Um, am I missing something? Oh yeah, it was this. I'm like, I know there was an edge that I was just working on. Oh my gosh, this sticky gray tack. Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you, Aquarius Gem. Dude, be careful, cat. Knock my iPad over. Don't even think about it, you trouble. Kate- Kate's not watching from work. Okay, now we can start our second pass, at least on some of this stuff. Try to get this pink more punched in, a bit more opaque. Definitely have to come back in with some of this yellow. Touch up the yellow. Hey, Aquarius, I saw you working on a tree last live. I really liked that. think I have a few of those like watercolor pen brushes, but I haven't really taken time to use them. They look like they'd be really easy to use compared to like just a regular brush, since you have the water right there. Too much water spills out. Is that something to uh, keep an eye on? Because, yeah, you kind of have to like press on it to get the water to come out. You said trees are cool. Hell yeah, they're cool. Happy little trees. You don't ever want to use them. Oh, really? Life's never pictures. I mean, perfect. Life's never perfect pictures. Oh, how's that looking? It almost looks like white. And I thought about using white, but yeah, in the screen it almost looks like white. But I wanted something that wasn't like pure white. So I had this very light pink. And I thought, well, that might go okay with the gray and then next to this yellow. Hey, Cadrick Kingston, thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well, and thank you with It's the Best Art I've Seen. Oh yeah, the perfect thickness. The perfect line thickness. Got it. Hmm. You're tired now, Kate, I bet, after a day's work. Oh, this stuff is turning the flow nicely out of here. Let me move these because I mean, base. Oh man, need to hit that spot. I think we can just go over it with the yellow. Moving the paint. This has got to be the narrowest straight. Oh, almost as narrow as that bit. Oh boy. Mm. I'm not putting my hand in wet paint. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for the 12 likes. Appreciate it. What's everybody up to tonight on a Tuesday? Recovering from the day. Like I said earlier, I thought I was just gonna come home, make some food for the wife and me, and then crash. Felt like it because it was kind of a day at the hospital. Nothing terrible, but just another day. And I was going to take a nap, so I'm laying there in bed, just kind of watching some YouTube videos. And then, whoops, I was like, there's no way I'm falling asleep now. I said, might as well go work on your stuff. You can sleep when you're dead. Sleep when you're dead. Same, almost bedtime. It is almost beddy bye. Ah, shoot. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to come back with the yellow for some touch ups. Oh, how's the washer working? It is excellent. I've done so many loads of laundry and I don't have to worry about it. So A plus. Pretty fortunate to be able to do laundry from home. Guess you can say I don't miss those days of doing laundry at the laundromat. Then when the machine goes out, it is definitely your problem. All right. Hey, that whole section is nice and in there. What happens if I would do a third line? Maybe I'll do some another set. Come on, don't tell me this is already worn out. This can't be. All right, hold on a second, guys. Shake it up first. Shake it up. Okay, I think we got it back. Yep. Yeah, come around this. Okay. Hold on, guys. Oh, going overboard. This section went a little overboard. Okay. All right. All right. Take two. Take two. Take two. Where'd that paper go? Thank you guys for the emotes. Appreciate it. Come on, get this pen going. Come on, you pen. Hey, that's right. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us, and thank you for cool artwork. It's good to see you too. How you been? Oh, come on. Said Dong, fantastic. How about you? I've been pretty good. I get to work on this stuff, trying to finish it. If this pen would work with me, relatively brand new, so it shouldn't be out of ink already. Usually I can get a good couple passes with these pens. Come on, you. There we go. I got to hit the right edge and it starts to flow. Come on. All right, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to use the other side. Yep. Secret. You can use the other end of the nib by turning it around. And hopefully the ink flows better because it's not all worn. I try to be real gentle with these two, not pushing down too hard on the nib. But it could be the angle that I'm using these at too. Gotta get the right angle on this. Said, are those tips getting funky or discolored, bleeding in color or whatnot? They get, I don't know, they get kind of clogged up with the dried paint. But this one in particular is being a little resistant. Thing is, when the original line isn't quite set or cured, this paint can reactivate it, and so it starts to clump up on the nib, which will cause it to not flow very well. So you gotta kind of mess with it. Yeah, see, like this. I need to not touch that area. Plus, not having the pen straight up and down probably doesn't help. Oh, come on. I'm turning it back around. That, or if it is getting low on ink, be that could be the main issue. don't think I have a backup for this one, so I might have to go get another one. Not tonight, though. Yeah. It starts to come out, and it just wants to be stubborn. Jeez, and that's the smallest one of all of these besides this one in the center. Oh, man. What's for dinner tonight? I'm not sure yet. Hopefully, the last of the soup that I cooked up the past week. Man, there's it's paint's coming out. How about you, Dave? What's on the menu for you? Oh, I got pink. Oh boy. Dave says leftovers make for light dinner duty. Yep. Think I'm gonna throw a pizza in the oven, probably eat a carrot or some junk too for vitamins and whatnot. No pork belly and rice. Yeah, I was like, "Where's my light? I can't see a darn thing. Getting darker outside." Little beef stir fry. Well, I wouldn't say The soup was leftovers. It was meals that I prepped for the week. And we have a quart left. So it was 4 quarts. And my wife was getting tired of it. But it's what we have. Oh, shoot. But we did have the leftover Chinese for lunch. So that was leftovers. Hmm. A gallon is of soup is a little too much for the missus. Yeah, we spread it across the week. We've been having other stuff for dinner the past couple of days, so could be a soup night. Gotta finish it off so we can make some more. You got crackers or something? Yeah, we got like these little. They're not exactly the fish type crackers, but they're kind of similar to that. Got different flavors. We got a chili flavor. We got jalapeno and cheddar flavor. Garlic. What else? God, this line is just getting trashed by this pen. Like super overworked. Oh, well, I guess this is the piece. Overworked piece. Uh, keep eating it up. Yep. Crackers. Crisp lines. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how crisp these lines are. These lines are cooked, as the youngins say. They cooked. Come on, man. They're flowing out there. Ink. Yeah. Hooked lines. They crispy. I should be doing this at my table so that pen stays straight up and down. Once I start going like this, the ink's not flowing. Gravity does not go sideways. Yeah. Okay. Waking Ink Beast. The paint beast. It is. Or it was. Pretty good for a second. Dude. Mm, all right, Dondrell, thank you for stopping through. Amen. Have a good night. Appreciate the kind words. Kate is back, still in the number one spot. Dave, that key passed out. Um, where am I on this? Down. And glasses stay good. Oop, off camera, off screen. No nine, guys. That's stand my face. Anyways, Do, 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 do. Snacky snackers. Well, guys, this might be a wrap. There's still more to do on this. So it'll definitely have to be a third pass to clean up the sloppy, terrible lines. Both pink and the yellow. But yes, I definitely need to keep this flat so that the ink actually, or the paint flows out of this. I don't want to stop. It is what, 9? Almost 9:30. So I need to check on my wife, see what's up. Spend some time with her. Give this pen a chance to relax. Getting beat up by this painting surface. All right, but yeah, not too bad, guys. Not too bad. If I do say so myself. Yeah, if you really examine those lines up close there, they're uh, quite the mess. But maybe I'll do a series of trashy lines, and then I won't have to worry about it so much. But OP's gonna eat week old soup. Hell yeah! It's about not letting things go to waste. And she's gonna be pissed when she finds out it's soup night. Well, I'll ask her if she wants to do soup. If she doesn't want to do soup, we won't do soup. That's how it works. That's how it be working. But yeah, not too bad. Yeah, look at that. Look at those rough lines. Some people would be like, "Oh, that's fine. Just settle with that." Nah, not in this house. Not in my house. Thanks, guys, for the likes. Not in my house. No way, Jose. But yeah, look at that. That definitely helps those lines pop off the surface. You too, Dave. Thank you. Way to do work. Yeah. We'll do a series of sloppy lines next time. The next six can be all sloppy lines. So let's thank everybody who showed up in the chat today. Alistair has been Hotel 88. Thank you. It's Mr. Rat. Thank you. I want to say it's Mr. Rat had another name, Rat something, but I can't remember at this time. Thank you, Nala Cat, Kate Prefert, 1234. Thank you, Dondra Elite Artistry, for stopping through. Thank you, Sabrina Suburban Garden. Always appreciate you stopping in and saying hi with the wavy hand. And I know there was others. Thank you, Random Oddities, Rubbernecker, uh, Jay Richards, Jan, aka the Dude. I know our friend A Electric Aura, aka Aquarius Gem. Appreciate you for coming through too. And was there anybody? Did I see? I thought there was somebody else. Yeah, Cadrick Kingston. Thank you, Cadrick or Cadry Kingston, for stopping through. And Ezraiah, I knew there were some other people. It just takes a while to get down through the whole entire chat. Okay, I think that was it. If I did miss anybody, I apologize. Uh, and thank you all again. Thank you, Dave and Kate, for hanging till the very end. And thank you guys for all the likes. 14 today. I appreciate it. And any recent subs, I appreciate that too. And I hope you guys enjoyed this session of Amizu Paints, a geometric abstract line. We'll be back again at a later date, possibly tomorrow, so not too late. Uh, to continue on with these pieces, maybe I'll take a break from this and work on the piece with the figures to give you guys a break from the abstract stuff. But, yeah, hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or middle of the night, wherever you're at in the world. Be well, be careful. Till next time, happy painting.